There we go. My number 10. I would give this YouTube channel some proper TLC. I think I do a pretty good job being steady with it. Like I do post pretty frequently. We're doing the presidential poll tournaments now, and by the time this episode drops, we'll be into our third round. Yeah, I think it'll be our third round. We'll be starting the third round today. I don't know what it looks like yet because the second round hasn't even started yet at time of recording. But I would give this YouTube channel a little bit more proper TLC. I would take time to make better shorts. All right, I do a lot of interactive content. If you're part of the channel, you see that. If but I would probably put myself out there a little bit more. Use some clips from the show. It can be very, very time consuming. But I want this YouTube channel to really get out there. I just started following a YouTube channel that my brother sent me, and it's really, really good. The guy talks about life stuff, kind of like what we do here. It's a lot more free form, and he does it. I'm sorry that I don't have the name of this channel, but he does it with Grand Theft Auto, like car driving videos over it. And he's just talking, and it's really relaxing, and it's been enlightening for me as far as how I'm going about my channel. But it's great, and he gets thousands of views. And would I love to have that on this channel? Absolutely would, but I got to earn it. And obviously something's off. My stuff isn't getting out, so I need to figure out a way to do that, or my content's just not up to snuff. And I understand that fully too. But if I had more free time to do so, I would definitely make the most of it, and I would make this YouTube channel as the best possible version of itself that it can be. But I do thank those who come by, interact, comment, subscribe, and just view. I literally can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm trying my best. I know I could do so much better, but I'm trying my best. So thank you. Number 9. I started to do this a couple years ago, and then again, I ran out of time, but I want to learn how to play the guitar, make music. I love music. We've done a couple music episodes, and we actually might be due for, we just did video game soundtracks not too long ago, so it doesn't really matter when I do certain specific themes, but or topic ideas, but like I want to learn to play an instrument, and you could do piano, you just all sorts of wind instruments, but there's something about the guitar that just stands out to me. I love that you can make a nice acoustic version of every single song that's out there. And if you really properly learn how to play, you can just do amazing things. I think people like listening to the guitar. I had like a cheap one, cheap like acoustic guitar. I bought it a couple years ago, and I started to. I was trying to do lessons, and I wanted to learn how to do it, and it started off good, but things got in the way. My dad used to play the guitar when he was a kid. He has a sweet, I think my brother has it, but a sweet electric guitar. It needs restringing and stuff, but he had one or two of those things, and they were not cheap at all. But it was just cool that, my grandfather used to play in a band too, so I'm sure that played some influence in his music liking. But I think it'd be a fun skill to learn, to have, all right? Because with more time, I think many people would choose to learn something new. Whether it could be to cook, which is something that I certainly weighed having, but I could do all right. I'm not great, but I'm all right at it, and I can learn how to go. But if I hit, guitar takes time, especially when you're first coming into it. So I would absolutely love to learn how to play the guitar, and hopefully I get that opportunity someday. Number 8. I talked about writing a book before, and I think if I had more free time, I could focus in on it and put blocks of my day devoted into writing a book, whether it's a children's book that I've, talked about doing on and off, writing a novel, all right, learning how to flow a book together properly, or whether doing the self-help Eat, Sleep, List book that I've been pondering for years, that I almost did instead of this show. It's just something that I want to do. I think I have a lot to say. I think when I'm structured and organized, I can tell a really good story. All right. And writing a book is definitely on my checklist. of things that I want to do someday, and if I had more free time to do it, I think I could get going on it. I think I could. So yeah, if I had more free time, I'd learn and actually publish a book. Number 7. I haven't had a chance to do this in a couple years. Man, it pisses me off. But I'd love to go spend time on my kayak. All right. I got my first kayak a couple years ago, 2023, and I was fit. I was great. I was out in the water every weekend, sometimes twice a weekend, just going in and exploring. And I love the water. I've talked about that plenty. I love being out on the water. I love adventuring, and I miss being on my kayak. It's just a cool, I don't know, getting to explore areas that I've never been able to experience before because I had no access to a boat or boat-like structure. So I would love to go, if I had more free time, make the most, go back out of my kayak and get things done. So yeah, number 7, spend time on a kayak. Number 6, I did a few of these this week. Old Fort Niagara, Forest Lawn Cemetery, especially with some of the headstones that we visited. But I would visit historical locations, more of those, because there's a lot around here. There is so much to see in the Western New York area, and there's a lot that I would venture to go see that are just outside of this. I talking with the President's episode a couple weeks ago how I'd love to make a trip to Oyster Bay and go visit Teddy Roosevelt's gravesite to go see that. I think we've done last year. We did the Teddy Roosevelt Inauguration House, which was a really cool thing to do. And there's a lot of different historical sites, museums. I want to do the Millard Fillmore House around here. Go see where the place where William McKinley got shot, other places like that. But go visit historical locations because it excites me. I feel like so close to history when I get to do those things. Like all these important and awesome people that I've read about for years, read about in books on my own personal time, read about in social studies books, heard about through podcasts and other videos and other documentary stuff that I've consumed. Go in and be a part of that. Like I feel so giddy with excitement. You should have seen me last year at the Teddy Roosevelt Inauguration House. Me and my buddy Brian loved Teddy, and we couldn't believe that we were in a room that he was standing at years ago and sworn in as President of the United States. Could not believe it. It was awesome. So visit more historical locations. Brush up on my history and just be in touch with history on a personal level. Number 5, I definitely, I think everybody says this. If you had more time, you'd go and spend time working on yourself, going to work out. I wish I had more time to go work out. I do. I really do. Again, I'm always on somebody else's time. It certainly seems like. And while my health should be a priority, and this is something that I'm severely lacking, I wish I can go in there and not feel like part of the problem for me when it comes to working out is that I always feel rushed. I'm always, and this is a me thing. This is me and my problem, but I am always on to the next thing. Like I'm always looking ahead. I'm never living in the moment. So if I go to the gym, what can I do? Like it's bothering me that I have to go somewhere in a couple hours. And so it affects the way I work out. I might try to cut corners a little bit so I can fill something else in. And this is a bit of an anxiety problem, I think. Self-diagnosed, of course. But I would definitely take a better care of my body, go work out, go pick up a recreational sport or something, go wrestle or whatever. But I would definitely, if I had more time, take bigger steps into taking care of myself. So that's my number 5. Number 4, to have more meals with friends. I touched on how I went to breakfast with Moranto on Thursday morning, and it was cool. It was so cool that I got to do that. Years ago when I was working a lot and I had a lot of money saved up and ready to go, I would go take like one-on-one meals and I just want to go and be with my friends. I'd go once or twice a week, and just go and catch up. And there was something so like intimate about having a one-on-one meal with friends. Like if you had a third and fourth party into third or fourth person into a meal, unless it's like a really core group of friends that has been doing this for a while, it can come off awkward. So I like those one-on-one occasions where me and the person that I'm with can just talk and converse and have meaningful, strong conversations. So I wish I had more time to do that. I wish I had more money to do that. That's part of my issue, of course, too. But there's a great give and take. My friends take care of me. I've taken care of my friends, and I'm very, very proud of that fact. But I would love to spend more time eating with friends, because there's nothing like bonding over some great food. It's the best. It really is. Number 3, I get back into photography as a hobby a little more. Maybe when my kid gets a little bit older and is either a little bit more self-dependent or wants to get a camera of his own, we can go out and do photography adventures. But I do miss my photography adventures. I do. I miss going out and sitting by a waterfall all day and just trying to get the best possible picture that I can of it. I miss going to walk through like downtown Buffalo or downtown Rochester, or even just over on the Clifton Hill on the other side of the border, and just taking my camera along and having a day, finding cool stuff to take pictures of and showing it off to the world. I miss that. And that's something that I just can't seem to find the time to do. Of course, I could make the time, but I'm always so busy. Dad mode, 24/7. And I hope, and I'm making excuses for myself, I guess, but I really hope that I can find the time to do that, because there's few things more freeing for myself than being out there with a camera and finding something that you recognize as beautiful and capturing it. All right, something cool, and capturing it in a photograph. It's peace. It's peace. It's meditation for me. And I hope we can get back to that soon. I hope I can get back to that soon. Number 2 is to read in nature. I got to do this a little bit on Monday, as I stated, on the beach of Beaver Island. And, I'd love to have more time to just read in general. That would be solid. But to read in nature, it was, like, nice. Like, it. You see people do it in like movies and TV shows, or sometimes people like to do it, and and they talk about it, but it is really good. If you go into a nice quiet area, you put your phone away, and you just listen to nature in the background. Right? In my case, this Monday, hearing waves crash on the beach. All right, was phenomenal. Wind blowing through the trees in the wooded area behind me was phenomenal. So read in nature, right? Just reading in general is a lot easier than going to a place and reading in nature. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, I would like to read in nature. So that's my number 2. And number 1 is go on more adventures with people that I love. All right, my wife, my son, my friends, my family, and go and do some stuff and things. I was jealous, but I had obligations. I was helping my cousin move, but I got to see that my mom, dad, and sister finally got to experience the Eternal Flame Trail, and it looked like they had a great time, and I'm very glad that they did. I love that place. I haven't had a chance to go down there in years, and if I wasn't helping my cousin move, I would have requested to join them. That is for sure. I would have invited myself. In fact, that was one of the few things that I did not get to do this week. It was one of the few things I did not get to do. But just spend quality time with people. All right, there's a convenience of just sitting around and watching TV or watching movies on a TV or whatever. But spending quality time with them, people that you care about, is precious. It's valuable, and again, someday when we all grow old, you think back about those times. You think back about that one time we went on an adventure to this place. All right, we went to go to this museum together. Those are stories. All right, nobody ever talks about, yeah, this one time I was over and watching TV, hanging out with my brother. Like, nobody talks about that stuff. Going out, having adventures, real life experiences. If I had more free time, I certainly would. So there it is, everybody.